What's going on, guys? How y'all doing tonight? Southern Guy here, and welcome to the WWE Monday Night Raw review results reactions for the Monday Night Raw over the night 2019. I said 2019. I mean, sorry, 2020. Marked a huge announcement for AEW Dynamite, the video game, which is a really exciting time because if you're a video game fanatic, you're really gonna enjoy this. A huge breaking announcement concerning the video game will be happening tomorrow with a big announcement. I look forward to breaking that as well. But on with Raw tonight kicked off with a Kofi kickstick. Xavier Woods topped the biz, John Morrison as they head into the ring. Laugh. So that was the same, and then got Randy Orton and then Drew McIntyre. We got Undertaker's farewell at Survivor Series will be happening. Then we look forward to we got a Survivor Series second chance qualifier match tonight. Elias versus Riddle versus Jeff Hardy. And of course, the winner of this match was Riddle coming out on top in the triple threat match with the Bo Digger for the win to get the win for Survivor Series spot. Bat Riddle is the final bearer of Team Raw. After the match, Riddle stands tall, celebrates. We got to replay his fans chant Riddle. We can see Adam Pearce and AJ Styles and his muscle backstage talking about. We got Braun Strowman, Sheamus coming up. Sheamus winning attitude they need to win. AJ poses a team meeting. Caruso asks Sheamus how AJ is doing. Sheamus says AJ is not my captain. Then we got Braun Strowman walking up, says the same thing. AJ is not my captain. As they go to commercial. We get a segment for the Retribution for last week. Retribution attacked last week. Tom Phillips topping Ali versus Ricochet tonight. But we got a backstage Ricochet. Retribution now live with a cuts of promo. Ricochet, while Reckoning, simply takes shots at the wall with his champion, Asuka, for a second week in a row. Ali introduces each member of the group and says that they are Retribution and they will not rest until they shut you down. We got previous thing for the Retribution between Hurt Business. We get Lana versus Shayna Baszler one-on-one today. Lana comes down, stays in the ring. We get Shayna Baszler's Dex. Lana waits in the ring. We'll see how Vito Package time showed us what happened last week. Shayna Baszler, Dana Brooke, Lana later in that night put her through a table for the 7th time. Which Lana sets a record, which I don't know, y'all don't know about this. Lana sets a record for most table bumps ever. She took her 7th table bump, and that's her biggest world record for Lana, who set the record at both spots. So we get Shayna Baszler versus Lana, ends up sending the gauntlet suplex of Baszler. Baszler control ties Lana away. Super kick kicks her out of the ring. Baszler then goes on to apply the clutch out of the ring for the win. Shayna Baszler defeats Lana. After the match, Baszler stays tall. Big hits. We see Lana going through Jax did put Lana through the table again, but Rose and Brooke saves her from going through a table for the 8th time. Brooke and Rose argue with the tag team champions. As Raw tag team champions continue to have issues, Jax hits as Lana recovers on the outside. We get Lana, Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke back. They're back now. And next time, they really helped Rose and Brooke walk off. What other matches do we have tonight? Let's see. We got Riddle and Keith Lee versus Sheamus and Braun Strowman tonight. The winners of that match was the Bro Kick. We see Strowman then scoops up Riddle for the Power Slab, but Sheamus tags in as they argue. Sheamus Bro kicks Sheamus off the apron with a Bro Kick, and Riddle takes advantage, rolls Sheamus up from behind for the pin to win. Winners Riddle and Keith Lee defeat Sheamus and Braun Strowman in tag team action. After the match, Riddle and Lee stand tall together at ringside as Big plays the hits. AJ Styles and with them to raise their hands as Strowman and Sheamus argue. We got a replay. We got Alexa Bliss backstage with Nikki Cross. Walks up, and Cross talks about Bliss and him defeating. Bliss then promised to talk soon. They have played the date. Cross says that she's not. She bad, Cross says, and understands something that is her fault. She goes on and says Bray Wyatt is pure evil. It's time for Bliss to make a choice to walk away. Cross says it's either her or the Fiend. Bliss says it's okay, I choose. She blows flower petals in Cross's face and says she chooses him as she walks away. Did you choose the Fiend over Cross, Nikki Cross? We'll go back to replays. Talking about Cedric Alexander Shelf Business with Raw Tag Team Champions Newday. But the title's on the line next week. Lashley enters the ring and matches of Survivor Series opponent, WWE Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn. We get the WWE United States title match. Titus O'Neil versus Bobby Lashley. One-on-one, when Lashley changes up, ducks with a clothesline. Right back, digging a big spear. MVP breaks Bart's orders. Lashley goes right into the Hurt Lock. Briefly and ragdolls Titus and makes him submit. So we're seeing Titus come out of catering tonight for a match with Lashley. Lashley ended up winning with the Hurt Lock, defeating Titus over there 1-on-1. After the match, MVP and Lashley stand tall to be the hits. We got a replay. Titus is still down. Sheamus catches up with Drew McIntyre backstage about what happened with his team. I'll take the partner. Sheamus just wanted Drew to show up last week. Sheamus says it's almost hates his own partner. Tonight, Drew says it listed up boo for the New Day. We got Raw Women's Tag Team Champion. Asuka versus the WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Nia Jax versus Nia Jax tonight. Winner of this match, DQ, was Lana. Baylor hits the ring, attacks Asuka, saves Jax. The referee calls for the match. Winner by DQ was Asuka, Raw Women's Champion. After the bell rings, Dana Brooke attack Baszler to save Asuka. Lana goes for attack on Jax, but Jax powerbombs her. Jax saves her from Blazer. Another Survivor Series teammates clear the ring to boo Jack. Ben Baszler staring Lana down, and she's the only one left with the ring. She clears off the announce table off. Baszler then sends Lana out to the outside, out in the steps. Lana talking trash. Jack scoops Lana up and puts her through the announce table with a Samoa drop as Sophia boos get louder. We see a replay. Jax takes the mic and tells Lana she don't belong here, and Jax will just drag her down. Lana to just quit, then tosses the mic at her. Jax and Baszler exit the ring as the music plays. We get the 24/7 R-Truth, which is several person. He's camera GQ magazine photo shoot. Truth serves the Sid Sakari, but he hears his music hits. Get a fatal seven way for the 24/7 title. tonight. Winner of that match, and new WWE 24/7 Chizawa, picking up the victory. We got Mustafa Ali versus Ricochet, what leader of Retribution, Mustafa Ali. And the winner of that match was, Ricochet goes to the top rope for a 630. Ali debuts, Ricochet leads hard. Ali goes for the lock, the Cotille lock for the middle of the ring. Ricochet goes out and taps for the finish. Winner of the match was Mustafa Ali, the leader of Retribution. Up the bell, Retribution stands tall. Ricochet got to replace. It's Ricochet while they stand down again. In the main event tonight of Monday Night Raw, Randy Orton versus The Miz, John Morrison, and Drew McIntyre in the Newday. And the winner of this match was, in the main event, winner was Drew McIntyre, as he hits the Claymore and beats Morrison for the leaving for the pin and to the win. The match, winner Drew McIntyre and the Newday picked up the victory over Randy Orton, Miz, and Morrison at the main event of Monday Night Raw. After Matt, Drew goes on talking about he isn't backing down as Raw goes off the air. Next week, guys, we will see a WWE Championship rematch, Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton, and it is for the title. Title is on the line next week. And that's pretty much it, guys, for Raw Review tonight. Hope you enjoy. Hope you subscribe to share at I got right here on YouTube.com. Hit that video thumbs up for you, please. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, the review, right here on the podcast. And we'll be right back here with breaking news on AEW video game tomorrow. Have an announcement for your Tuesday. And then Dynamite review on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite. And SmackDown on Friday.